Hello, hope everyone had a good day yesterday. Today we're going to end up finding limits algebraically. So we have found them using tables and graphs, and now we're going to do it algebraically. And algebraically, you actually just have to substitute, or if there is a way you could factor, then simplify and substitute. So we're going to go through some examples for you guys to see how this works, okay? So I have here my first example. I have the limit as x is approaching -1, and my function is -2x plus 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to end up substituting. I can't factor that, just leave it. And I substitute for x, the limit that is approaching is -1. So I put in -1. Okay. The reason it's -1 again is because of this. Okay. And so -2 times -1, that's +2 plus 4, and that equals 6. So the answer to this would be equals 6. The limit would be going to 6 as it is approaching -1. Okay, and that's all you're going to do is just substitute. Now, like in example number 2, well, we have a rational function, and I could actually simplify my denominator. I could factor my denominator. And so what we're going to do is the following. We're going to end up simplifying. I'm going to leave my numerator. Can't simplify that. The negative is out in front. And then x squared minus 3x plus 2. Use your method of factoring, but I basically need factors of 2 whose sum is -3, and it would be -1 and -2. So the way I simplify this is x minus 1 and x minus 2. Okay? And so what happens once I simplify x minus 1 and x minus 1, I'm able to simplify those because that equals 1. And I am left that this is equal to negative. So I have 1 or x minus 2. Okay? This is my simplified. So now I can substitute. And what rather when I substitute, I'm going to take 1. So I'm going to do -1, x is 1 minus 2. -1. 1 minus 2 is -1. I have a negative and a negative, that's going to be +1. So my limit in this case is +1. Okay? That would be my answer. And let's look at one more example. The third one, which is broken up into like a piecewise function, where I have the limit is -1. I know we've been working with -1 but they could be different values. And I have an f of x equals, coming from the left side when x is less than -1, I have this function on top, right? From the left, it's this one, and from the right, it's this function. So I'm actually going to end up substituting -1 into both to calculate what is that limit, if the limit does exist. And so I plug in -1 into my first one, -2 times -1 plus 2. This would be 1. Negative and a negative is a +2 plus 2, and that equals 5. Now I'm going to plug in -1 to the bottom one. We have a -1 plus 4. A negative and a negative is a +1 plus 4. That also equals 5. So remember, the key is that these two values have to be the same thing, right? Are they? Yes. So then the limit in this, the final answer would be that it equals 5. Okay? If they're the same, then that's the limit. If they are different, remember the limit does not exist. If they are different, values, the limit does not exist. Okay? So now you're able to try your homework on camera. If you have any questions, please let me know. Take care.